Okay, so for the sake of this game, I will be playing Rarity because as of last time, I kind of liked Rarity. Her main thing is that she is a 1 power, 3 power, so similar to what Twilight I showed you before. To actually make her ability start, when you score at least 2 points at this card's problem during one score phase, turn the card over. Once she actually turns over, she kicks up her home limit, which we'll explain the home limit in a little bit. That's this area right down here. But then she becomes inspired, and I actually get to look at the top card of his draw pile and decide if I want to take it on top or put it on bottom. So, and you add that with a few other inspired characters, and that becomes really crazy and controlling.
Horrible thing.
Yeah, it becomes pretty crazy in controlling the face-offs. So that's kind of been my my plan. And you're rolling with Twilight?
Yeah, I'm going to use Twilight Sparkle because compared to Applejack, she's a lot easier to get boosted. And that's mainly the main goal, just to get her boosted so that she's worth 3.
Yeah, getting it knocked up so you get the 3 power is really nice right out the gate. The faster you can do it. If you can, Dash has some nice abilities if you can boost her real fast, but unfortunately with Dash you have to have troublemakers out, and at least in the starter decks it's actually, there's not a lot of troublemakers in them. It's very calm and relaxing and nice and starting. You know, once I can add these guys to a deck, we can really make some trouble. So that will be in future versions, I suppose. Let's see. So, and I'd actually be interested if any of the staff are on. We were talking after the game before, and we wondered if there was any logical way you could actually do a draft style tournament with the cards. Because I guess you could if you took one and you passed it around and somebody knew what their actual main character was going to be. But it seems like you could kind of put yourself in a pigeonhole yourself up if you did that too. So, just a thought. If you guys had any specific ideas. All right. So we can go ahead and start. We've got our main characters here. He's already chosen his starting problem, and that one's going to be It's Alive. Now, there are specific problems that are standard. There are also ones that are normal. So let me find one, and I Can Fix It is my usually go-to for Rarity, because it's very useful for winning face-offs. Because starting problem, bonus point 1 requires 2 generosity and 1 of something that's not generosity. And when a player wins this face-off by exactly 1 power, that player scores an additional point. Remember, Rarity needs to win more than 1 to flip over. So that's why I usually play that one. What was your going for? It's Alive. It's a very easy to get point.
It's easy, and it was also just the first one I spotted for a starting problem. I don't know if you mentioned that the starting problems are actually marked starting problem, and you choose one of those.
Right here at the top. This one doesn't have any special powers, where this one has the exactly 1 point gets you the additional point. Oh, and I should also mention that Rarity's ability is that an opponent must play. Well, that's the boosted version. Flip over. Nope, it needs to be on this one. Another thing we should probably state is that there are 3 places on the board that you can play the main character as well as the friends. This is home, where everything originally starts. The cards can be played at this problem, or back at home. So, remember, the resource, this would mean 1 resource here, this would mean 1 resource here, and this is 1 resource nowhere, but it's at home. So, right now, this card is home limit 3, so I could have up to 3 cards here at home. That doesn't mean that there's any limit out here at the problems. And I think that is everything that we need to cover before we start this up.
Yeah, 6 card starting hands.
Yes, and I need to shuffle a little bit, so... Bleh. Bleh. What am I doing? What am I doing?
For those of you who watched last time, you'll remember he doesn't know how to shuffle.
I don't know how to shuffle for crap. I'm the worst at this. I can barely card game. I have a feeling since this is being recorded, I'm going to just get smashed.
I don't know. Last time we were pretty even. These decks are pretty balanced.
Yeah, we haven't modified these. These are actually everything you would get inside of your starter deck. So if you ended up getting the Rarity Dash, or if you ended up getting the Twilight Applejack decks, these are the exact cards you'd end up getting. We've added none of the actual booster cards inside of here yet, just so you guys get an idea of exactly what you get. Yeah, and there are some misprints. We encountered one last time that I thought was insane. But you just we're gonna work through those. I'm sure we'll run into.
It looks like they're bringing it up here. The -1.
Marvelous Chapeau.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that one.
It says 1 on it, but it means -1.
-1. It was. I was so excited, and then everybody went, no. I was like, damn. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How you want to start, Rochambeau?
Oh, let's just cut and see who's going
Okay, cut highest. All right.
You're probably going to beat me.
2?
Yeah, you would go
Yep.
first.
All right. Let's do this. We're going to Rarity up. All right. So, first one, Ready Phase. You always draw a card. So I'm going to add this. Oh, and here we go. All right. So, remember, we have, let me pull these back onto the table, just so I have them as reference. So right now we have the score of 0, and we'll use these D20s to keep track of it once they become important. I'll set them to 20, which is unreasonable in this game. Okay, so we'll use pennies. I got 2 action points. All right, so let me figure out what I want to do. There is 1. Let's see. So over here I need 4 points. Over here I need 2 generosity and 1 of something else. Alright, well let me see. How do I want to do this? This is the ultimate. Could be mean to do that right now. But I think what I will do instead is simply boost my generosity some. I am going to place Noteworthy here. He is a generosity pony, cost of 1. So that takes care of that 1 piece. Actually, I wish I would have done that. But too late. I can't take it back. No take-backs here. And I am actually going to bank the point, the action token I have. I'm going to bank it and wait on it for later. So you can do that. You can save that action token to use for a future purchase. So it is now your turn.
Alright, so I draw my card. And I am going to grab my action points.
Now, just so you know, I really hate his deck.
Yeah, this one, I mean, they are mostly balanced, but once you get Lady Justice, it's
Lady Justice is a pain in my butt.
Overpowered, especially if you can get more than 1 into play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Cherry Jubilee.
Okay.
And this card gets +1 power for each resource on it. Is its special ability for 1 action point.
Okay, so you got 1 honesty now on the board.
And then I'm going to put, let's see, and that'll be it for my turn. Anything coming?
No, just people noting that you need to start with a starter problem. They were noting that they started wrong on their own game. Okay.
Oh yeah, that might be difficult because some of the non-starter problems have very high
requirements. Yeah. Okay, so you banked your point. All right, so it is my turn. I will draw a card. Okay. All right. How do I want to go about this? Now, see, already it looks like that he's going to take that one pretty easily. because next turn all he needs to do is move Twilight there and he's resolved that. So this is actually knotted up pretty well. Okay, well first I need to grab my 2 action points. So now I have 3. And what I am going to do is I am going to use 2, and I'm going to move Rarity up to I can fix it. And let's see if there's anything I would like to do. Nope. I'll bank this point, and your turn.
Okay. So I draw my card, grab my 2 action points, and let's see, what did I get? That's a pretty good one.
No Lady Justice. No Lady Justice. Next game, we're switching decks, by the way.
That's fine.
I would love to actually see to face off, because last time we kept decks. I want to play as Twilight Sparkle now.
Alright, so I'm going to spend 2 action points.
I know he. Oh,
2.
wait, he's playing a card. Ooh.
Play Blue Moon. And then I successfully complete this. So then I get 1 bonus point for completing it first.
Right. So let's explain this. Let's go back to the problems, just so we can explain how those work first. So if you look over there in the problems, there's a bonus as listed there. That's the amount of points that you actually get for solving the problem. So what you get is he gets 1 point because he solved it first. So he solved it before me. He also gets the bonus points for actually solving the problem. So the card that he has down here, switch back to the overhead cam. Wrong cam. The card that he has here has a bonus point of 1. 1 plus 1. He's at 2 points. That means that everyone's dialer goes up. So now I have this listed, scores at 2 points, which means next turn I get 3 action tokens to play with.
And then, oh yeah, that stays here because we haven't faced off yet.
Right. So there's a face-off that happens, and it only happens, we'll get to that when we get to that, and it's definitely going to happen. But there's a kind of versus thing that happens in just a little bit. But either one thing has to happen or another thing has to happen. So I believe that is all you can do this turn.
Yeah, and then also, for each turn that you have it solved, that your opponent doesn't have it solved, you get 1 point.
Correct. So you kind of bank additional solves off of that.
And yes, that's going to be my turn.
Okay. Now, because the score is now 2, because the highest scorer is this guy, and he's at 2, the resource sheet says that the action tokens go to 3, so now there's 4 action tokens that I can use, the 1 that I banked up earlier, and the 3 that I just got, which is great for me. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I realize I wish Rarity had more generosity in her. Okay, let's see. I am going to... Ooh, I like that character a lot. Oh, that one's expensive. Let me do this. I will play Dig Deep, cost of 1. And when I do that, I choose a character. I'll choose Rarity. They get both blue and white, an additional till the end of the phase. So this is the main phase. It doesn't count for the scoring phase. So now there's technically a blue on the board. Because there's a blue on the board, I'm now going to play Pegasus Royal Guard for 1, which now gives me a blue resource. So now I finally have some blue on the board that I can use. I still have 2 points here. So I'm going to use my 2 tokens to move Noteworthy to this spot, that now gives me 1, 2, generosity, 1 of another. Means I have now finished that starting problem. So that gets me the 1 bonus point, and that gets me the 1 point for fixing it first. And this is why I love this problem, because when you score at least 2 points at this card's problem during one score phase, turn this card over, Rarity becomes boosted.
I hate that.
It's so great. So now I have 4 generosity on the board after turn, 2, 3? It's rough. So I have finished my first one. I've gotten 2 points. Dig Deep now goes into the discard pile, and I am done.
Okay. It seems complex, but it's once you learn it, it's actually
Once you
really
get it once you get it down a little bit, it's all about moving your characters into the right spot to finish, and then making sure that you can beat his stupid Lady Justice cards in the face-offs.
Mm-hmm.
God damn that card.
Okay.
You'll see it. He's gonna pull it out soon.
As soon as I get it,
As soon as the moment that Lady Justice shows up, he banks all of his points and then puts her out. Because one of the interesting things about the Twilight cards is they actually generally don't require that much generosity to be on, or that much magic to be on the board to play. This is a powerful 2 for the cost of just 2 basic. Doesn't even require you have any magic on the board to play, and you already get 2 power.
Okay, so I'm gonna play a mint julep for 2 basic and 2. I don't know what that purple is, but over here.
Okay, so he has 3 purple, so he can play that for the cost of 2. That character is studious, so when you win a face-off involving at least one of your characters with that skill, you gain an additional 1 of those points that you can use to spend. So Twilight and her studious friends are all about getting you more action points.
I'm going to spend 2 more to play Auntie Applesauce.
All right, and that when this card is dismissed, it goes back into your hand instead of being completely discarded.
Which is really good when you're filling up your home limit.
Mm-hmm. So, let's see. So, we are at 2, so that means I get 3 action points. All right, so... oh, and also, by the way, you get your extra point.
Oh, yeah, my extra point. So now I'm at 3.
And he got an extra point because this has still not been solved by me. So, or face off. So, yeah. So, all right, so I draw a card. I'm at 6. I feel like I didn't draw last time, which is me being adult.
I might have forgotten this turn, too.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. What do I want to do? That character is pretty good. I'm gonna need to do that at some point. Oh, hold on. Started my main phase. I get to look at the top card of his because Rarities is inspired. I get to get a good look at... No. I get to get a good look at that card. And I get to decide if it goes on the top of the deck or the bottom.
It's like they reminded you.
Yeah. Well, I also reminded myself. I am the worst at actually remembering what to do next in a game. So let's see. I think I am going to play. I'm going to spend all... Well, let's see. Ooh, that's tempting. That's tempting, but I'm just going to need to go this way. I'll spend all 3, put Jetstream over there. When involved in a face-off, this card gets +2 power. So, alright, and I have nothing else. Your turn. I also get 1 more point because this has not been faced off yet.
Okay, so I grab mine. We're at 3 now. 3
Yep.
action points. And
I
draw
think
my card.
I feel like we are terribly close to a face-off at this time.
We may very well be.
Because he solved this one. This one he only needs 2 more power to actually finish. So once he has that, he has solved both of these and there will be a face-off.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 of these and 2 of the apples to play Ingenious Rock?
Ignis Rock.
Ignis Rock. And he gets +1 power until the end of the turn. And then I'm going to spend 2 to move my Twilight Sparkle
Oh, there he goes.
up to the problem. And now I have 4 to match the 4 miscellaneous power necessary to confront the problem.
All right.
Now we have a face-off.
Now we have a face-off. So there's 2 types of face-offs. The face-off happens either if both of the characters have solved 1 problem, or this is the actual double face-off where he has solved this problem and this problem before I have. If I have this one correct, the face-offs are a little bit confusing. I'll wait until just to confirm if any of the actual card staff are listening and want to scream that this is a single face-off, but I believe this is a double face-off.
Yes, this is a double face-off because I've completed both.
Okay, so what happens in a double face-off is it's actually both sides here. So, it is these cards here versus all of these cards here. So whoever wins based off of that face-off...
Nope.
Oh,
Cat.
hi kitty. And the troublemaker has joined the table. Alright, so what we do first is we count the actual... we count the power of the cards that we have, and then there's the random modifier, which is whatever's on the top of the deck. So, I have at this time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Alright, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, just 8.
So, he has 8, I have 10. So if I beat him with this, so you draw a card, you flip it over, whatever the resource is over here on this corner gets added in. I have a 2.
I have a 1, so I lost the face-off.
So he lost the face-off. So I end up winning the face-off, which means I get, I believe I get 1 for winning the face-off.
1 for each stack.
Right. So 1. Oh, I get 2. So I get 2 for winning the face-off, as well as I get to pick one of the bonuses.
Yes, so in this instance, they're both 1, so you'll get 3 points.
3.
So that, 6.
So I am now at 6 points. So, just to recall, we did a double face-off. My cards versus his cards. I have less cards, but I have ones that get pluses against face-off, so that's why this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, that explains that piece. By the way, the face-off cards actually go under the draw once you're done. So, and I ended up getting 1 point for this deck, 1 point for this deck, and I get to pick one of the bonuses, but since the bonuses are both 1, I ended up getting 1. So 1, 2, 3, based off the bonus. So now I am at 6. Let's ratchet that up. 6. There are now 4 action points per turn. And I'm trying to remember in a double face-off now that...
They both go away, and we draw new ones.
Even though I haven't solved this one yet?
Yeah, because
Okay.
they've been faced off. Once you face off a problem, it's gone.
Okay, so...
And then you get to your next problem. And I have... Starting with me, I have to figure out where these guys are going to go.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so...
Because my limit is 3 still, because I did not win a face-off, so I have a regular Twilight Sparkle. So this one gets dismissed to my hand because of its special ability. When this card is dismissed, put it in your hand. And that leaves me with 4 heroes or horses left here. I'm going to pick this one because it's got a 2 resource. And that's Blue Moon. And then I'm going to pick Mint Julep because of the Studious ability. And I am going to pick Cherry Jubilee because of the ability +1 power for each resource on it. And That pushes me to my home limit, which forces me to discard Igneous Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the end of my turn.
Right. So he had to discard down because Twilight's home limit right now is 3. Whereas my home limit right now is 4 because she's boosted. Now, let's see. It is my turn. Now, if I recall, I don't have to move these until it is the end of my turn. Is that right, or do I have to move them back now?
I think you move them back, but your home limit isn't dealt with until the end of your turn, so you have till the end of the turn to fix that.
Right. Okay. So all these move back, but I don't have to worry about the home limit, which I'm not even at right now.
But if you were over your limit, it isn't dealt with until the end of the turn.
Right.
So even if you had 8 cards in there, it'd be fine until the end of your turn.
Right. Okay, so there are 6 points now, so there are 4 action tokens now being used per turn. I grab a card. That card is pretty much worthless. And let's see, this one's another bonus 1. It's a live card, very easy to fight. This one's relatively easy. Now I need to find out a little bit more. It says, at the beginning of a player's score phase, if that player has at least 2 blue characters, that character may ready a card at home.
I think if you exhausted a character in the home area or an ability, then you would be able to
them ready them back
it.
up.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. There's not many things I've encountered yet that actually exhaust a character, at least when it comes to the starter decks. They seem like they're very low in actually exhausting characters. All right, I have 4. Okay. Oh, this is mean.
Oh no.
This is mean. I'm sorry.
Did you get another inspired character?
No, actually, this isn't an expire.
Are you going to play a troublemaker?
No, it's not even a troublemaker. I'm going to spend all 4
no.
points, and I'm going to put down a Holly Dash. And I've
Damn.
just beaten that problem in one go.
Damn.
So that means I get 1 point for finishing it first. Well, let me make sure. Yep, I don't have anything else to do. So I get 1 point for finishing it first, as well as I get 1 point for the
Worst
bonus
part
point.
is someone just brought up Holly Dash before you played it. I knew it was coming.
Absolutely. They have the insight. They can see things coming. So now we're at 8. I have my home limit of 4, but I don't even have to touch anything right now. And that's pretty much my turn.
Okay, so now we're at 8 still. Or, yeah, 8.
We're at 8, which
So,
means 4 action points.
draw a card. Get my 4 action points.
Damn! I didn't do my. I didn't check the top of your deck. I'm the worst. I'm sorry I didn't completely destroy you last round.
Yes. And you're really close to winning.
Like that's the thing. If you can boost Twilight pretty quick, then her Studious, you end up racking a lot of action points, and you can put a lot of stuff on the table. Because he didn't win that first face-off, it's kind of slowed him down a little.
A little.
A little.
Alright, so I'm going to spend... And this is a tough choice here. I think I'm going to risk it.
Oh, it's going to go bold.
I'm going to spend all 4.
Uh-oh. Is it Lady Justice?
No, it's not.
No, it's...
To move enough to solve it. Because I don't want you to continue getting points from that.
All right, he did the bold move. All right, so
I don't think I if I get lucky and I get...
I get a 1 and you get like a 5?
If I get a 4, if I get Lady Justice or something...
Okay,
We'll
so...
see.
And this is a great example because I've finished it and now he has finished it. So this means that now this is a single face-off. So it's just this one particular deck that is being fought over. So right now it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So 4 versus 2, so I have the advantage on this one. I don't have anything over here, and my Inspired doesn't is until that turn. So flip. Oh,
That's not good.
ouch.
That's the opposite of what
I
needed to happen.
flipped a 5. I flipped a Touch of Refinement, which made my stack 9.
That's the opposite of what I needed to happen.
So because of that, I won the face-off as well as the bonus point that puts me up to 10. A bold strategy, sir.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it did not pay off.
But you know what? It's a
Not
great
at
it's a
all.
great teaching tool.
But sometimes you gotta risk it. Had I done that, I would have gotten my Twilight Sparkle
Right.
boosted, and I would have stopped you from gaining points for free, basically.
Right.
But I just gave you a bunch of points anyway.
Well, and the benefit is also the fact that I guess Holly Dash, it doesn't matter as much because her ability is then max OP stupid, so I think I am desperately in the role to kind of destroy at this point. I'm sorry. All right, anything else on your end, or are you finished up?
That's done.
All right, I draw a card. Oh boy, if I wanted to be extra mean. I will look at the top card. Oh yeah, that one's going to the bottom of that deck.
That sounds like Lady Justice.
That might have just been Lady Justice.
Just the way I like it, at the bottom of the deck.
You know, if that card had been one card above, it still wouldn't have helped you. So, think about it that way.
Yeah.
All right, so I have these cards. I have the 4 action points here. And I am going to move Holly Dash. And when you move this card to a problem, you may move one of your characters to the same problem for free.
Wait, did you move her?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And I've solved that problem.
Damn it.
So, I have now... And I still have 2... hold on. Before I score, I need to make sure I don't solve both of them immediately.
I don't think you can play 8 in one go.
I don't think I can either, but it's just the absurdity of it all. I'll tell you what, let me... Yeah, I've got that. I'm going to play Royal Rift to this problem for 1. And that unfortunately gives me a second inspired character.
Sweet. That's exactly what I needed to win every face-off ever. Basically, now he's gonna...
Right, because now I can look and see what card he is going to draw first, and then I can see what card he is going to face off with. So now I have... If I know that both of them are bad, I can risk that the cards underneath are going to be worse than what he was actually going to draw. Also, I can control a little bit more of, what he's going to do. Ah, the camera is falling. Ah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. This game too real.
I think we lost our position.
I think we did too. Hold on. Please excuse us while we encounter technical difficulties. Oh, we were going so... Oh, there we go. Now we're way off. Good going, gravity. Hey guys, check us out. You get to see the whole apartment spin around. Alright. That was far too silly.
Looks like people are talking about how Holly Dash is overpowered in the same way that Lady Justice is overpowered. There's lots of really strong cards that if you can get them out before your opponent gets out their strong card, you're going to win. Like if I had had Lady Justice in the second or third round, I would have won. And I'd win every face-off from that point on.
Right. It's... Though the blue cards can do a pretty good job about adding face-off, some face-off values. But yeah, once Holly kind of hit the table, I actually got Holly the first turn. So I kind of knew that if I could get enough blue on the board, I could put her out there, and then I could just play the game of moving everyone around real quick. Which is funny because there's an ability Swift. Usually it takes 2 to actually move characters across the table. Swift just makes it so you can move characters with 1. She's the only one that has the ability that she moves, and then everyone else moves, or one other person moves. I've got one more point. Actually, let me see. I've only got one. I'll just bank it. I'll bank it.
Okay, so it's my turn. I draw my card. I grab my... Is it 4 still?
We are at yes, 4, because we were at 10.
Grab my 4 action points. And let's see. What should I do? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 to play a troublemaker face down.
Oh, there he goes.
That way you don't get your points next round.
Oh.
And then I'm going to spend... Let's see, who do I want to put down?
There's still some spirit in this one. There's still some spunk.
2 to put down Mint Julep. And I will spend my last to play Outshine Them All, which is a resource report card. Play on a problem. And when I win a face-off at this problem, I will gain 1 extra action point. And that will be my turn.
Okay, well, I've got a troublemaker in my midst, and so notice that the troublemaker was played on my side face down. The troublemaker does not actually become active until next turn. So once it becomes his turn and it becomes his troublemaker phase, this card will actually flip over and become active. So I'll have to deal with it then. For now, it's just there. Okay, I get to draw a card. Okay, let's see. I will use my ability to look at your top 2 cards. Oh. You know what? I just don't like them because of their face-off values, actually. So I could be putting you very close to that other Lady Justice for all I know. So
that's one benefit. I may be losing those cards, but having him basically move through my deck gets me to Lady Justice quicker.
Right. Oh, Lady Justice.
And that's the power card in this starter deck. Because there's nothing else. There's no other power that's really strong.
I believe, I'm trying to remember who of the... So there's like one of each side is particularly
Twilight
powerful.
Sparkle, gets strong when she gets boosted, but it's not boosted
You need a booster.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's one of the Apple
I think
cards
there was
that's
one,
pretty
but
powerful, but
haven't gotten it in the game yet, so...
Yeah. Okay, so I've got 5 points at this point. So I'm going to have to deal with this troublemaker at some point. So I'm going to have to tell you that I'm going to spend 1. And,
Did trouble make me?
And I've been nice to you this whole game, but...
Have you been nice?
I've been nice.
You are 7 points in the lead.
I held on to that card for like the whole beginning of the game just because I was like, we'll see where it goes. And then I got ahead and I was like, we could just wrap this up easy. But, you want to do that. So I'll troublemaker,
All right.
The troublemaker making trouble.
So...
let's see. So... Let me see. This card, unfortunately, doesn't actually help out a lot. I'll show it because this is all for purposes. This Vidalia Swoon. I know the character Moore's Hairspray. You may too. But it has the ability, if you could exhaust the card and pay 1 to search your discard pile for a friend and put it in your hand. Which, in the games that we've played, characters don't usually go to the discard pile often. Usually the games are over before that happens, so...
Yeah.
You know, so that one ends up not being that powerful. Let's see... What can I do? Oh, well, that seems like the logical thing to do. Let's see, 1. Hold on.
Seems like a lot of the talk right now is on troublemakers, so this is a good time.
Yeah, a good time. The question is do I want to win right now, or do I want to actually fight the troublemakers? I think I'll actually wait and do the troublemakering in a little bit, just so the troublemakers can enter the board and you guys can actually encounter it. Because I feel like I could do something right now to really wreck them, but...
Yes, if you were able to solve that, it would probably put
Yeah,
you
I can solve it right now.
near the win.
I could solve it at this moment.
Well, let's go one round.
Yeah, let's
Either
go
way,
one more.
I'm not going to catch up and beat you, so...
It's this has been a little bit one-sided. It'll be interesting once we flip decks. I said, I love the Rarity deck just because the ability to see his cards and everything. And mixed with a few of the Inspired, some of the speed things. I really like the way that this set plays. The Apple set seems fine. The Apple family seems fine. Twilight, if you can boost her, she can get really heinous, but I've had the best luck with Rarity. Kind of just as a deck to play. Let's see. You know what? Should I... I'll just move characters. I'll move Jetstream and the Royal Guard. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 points since it costs 2 to move each. And that will be that. And I am at 4 on that problem.
Okay, so that's my ready phase.
Now, if I remember correctly, because there's a troublemaker, I do not score off of this on this turn.
No, you don't, because you're blocked.
Because I'm blocked up. Okay.
Okay, so now it's my turn. I draw my card.
Okay, well, first thing you do is...
No, troublemaker phrase is second. So
Okay,
I draw my
gotcha.
card. I collect my action tokens.
Okay.
Then it's my
All
troublemaker phase, and you've got a purple...
Oh, purple Parrot's Blight. Alright, let's see. At the start of your opponent's troublemaker phase, they exhaust one of their characters. Sorry, Noteworthy. You're gonna get real tired.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to... Let's see. I'm going to spend 2 to play anti-applesauce again. And I will... And I've got no ponies.
No pawnies.
I'll spend 2 to move Cherry Jubilee here.
To there. Alright. Now let's see. Okay. Alright, and that is your turn. Let me go ahead and grab a card. Let me grab my 4 action points here. And let me introduce you to your brand new troublemaker, Timberwolves.
Yay.
When you uncover this card, pay 2, or I must dismiss it. Alright, so there's the 2. Your opponent must pay 2 to play a friend to this card's problem.
Awesome.
So he has... So the way that you defeat a troublemaker, and I'll have to do this on this side, is that you have to beat the point value up here. A Timberwolf is a 6. A Parasprite is a 4. So, he's going to have to get 6 resources to this card to defeat it. Right now, he has 2. Plus, anytime he tries to move a character to here, he has to pay 2 actions.
Yeah, so I'm probably just going to be moving rather than trying to play anybody there.
Right. He's probably going to just avoid that right now unless he... It's a big resource hog, so... Unless you can get everyone there real quick, that tends to be a problem, so... Alright. I've drawn my cards. Now... I've got 2 action points I can play with. I should have played that last round, but I just didn't think about it. It's the first time I've actually had a card that is a troublemaker card, or related to a troublemaker card. It's the full free press. Play at your home. When you uncover a troublemaker, the next card you play that turn has its cost reduced by 1. So I should have done that last round, but I wasn't thinking, because there's usually not a lot of troublemakery in the game. I've got 2 points. I've got 2 of those. Now I might need a rule check for any of the card hounds out there. Can you move characters that are associated with a problem? Also, yeah, I need to exhaust him, by the way, because at the start of my opponent's troublemaker phase, I must exhaust one of my characters. So that character was exhausted. I believe I can pay 1 to unexhaust a character. I believe that's right.
No, it's 2 to ready.
2 to ready?
Oh, that says frightened friends. I'm not sure.
Well, let me, as my play, let me check that. You can have both of those. I'm feeling generous.
Thank you.
Let's see. You can move them, but you can't confront it till next turn. But if you can't confront it next turn, you don't get the confrontation point. Right. So I could right now. I could beat this Paris Sprite.
But nothing happens till your next troublemaker phase.
Right. Right. I'll probably just let that... I'll probably actually confront it now and get rid of it, just simply so I can handle that piece. And so we could actually do a troublemaker resolution. So, let me just make sure there's nothing else I want to do with my 2 points. Let me go through here. Ooh, that would be nice. That would... I'm not going to be able to do that, though. Yeah, that's it. Another time I actually have a troublemaker card that I've never used because trying to resolve with troublemakers is usually a pain in the butt. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to bank those right now, so I'll just go ahead. So, if I remember correctly, this works similar to just an actual face-off. Here's my point values. I've got a 4 and a 3, so I'm working on, I believe that's 7? Yeah?
Yeah.
My math is not good. And we just do a card flip. So, hey, look, there's another 5. I'm sorry. I'm not usually this good. I'm not good at games. I'm the Will Wheaton of playing card games. So, I beat the troublemaker. So, does that also come with a face-off win as well, or do you just get the point value?
I think you just get the points on there.
Okay, so that Paris Sprite had 1 point, so now I go up to 11.
And then I think... I'm not sure if you would get this confrontation point again.
I believe the way that they set it to go is that I wouldn't end up getting...
Getting that point this turn,
I don't
get
get it
next
this turn, I get it next turn.
Okay. So I guess that makes it my turn now?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I draw my card, grab my 4 tokens, and...
Let's see what we have there. I've got a 4...
going to use 1 to play Hard Hat on Cherry's Jubilee.
The Chariot's Jubilee.
Which raises her power to 2, because she has a resource on it now. And I'm going to spend 2 to move Blue eyes. And let's see. And then that's it for this turn.
Okay. All right. Let's see. You're not going to go after it.
I don't have enough power.
Yeah. Yeah, you could get a good flip, but don't know. Now, did you make sure that when you moved it there, you had to pay the...
Oh, yeah. Wait, so then this didn't have... Wait, no, moving was 2, so I used the 2. It's not. I didn't play it, I moved it.
Yeah, when you uncover this card, if your opponent must pay 2 to play a friend to this card's problem. So moving to it isn't a problem, it's playing to it.
I believe that's the difference in the verbiage.
Okay, that's fine. Then, yeah, you can't just immediate play it. They have to kind of walk up to the problem. So, okay, that's fine.
We could be wrong. Maybe moving it is considered playing it, but
no, I take that as a...
In every other instance, it's the case where playing is where you play it from your hand, and moving is where if it's already on the board.
Right. Okay, so I get 5 points to use. And I'm sorry to say I'm going to win this turn.
Just put me out of my misery so we could
do
something else.
Come on, let's play something else. All right, so I'm going to pay 3 to play Jetstream. And I am going to pay 1 to play Swing into Action on Jetstream. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, since this one lasts until the end of the turn.
Mm-hmm.
8 is enough for that, so I solved it first, which is 1, 2, 3. Or I solved it first for the 1. Bonus point 1, 2, 3. That puts me
At 15.
at 15, and the game is done.
I kind of wish there was a rule variant to go up to 20, because this game was a little longer because we were talking about the rules and things as we were going, but
Right.
when we're just playing, it goes really fast.
Right. It can actually take, 15, 20 minutes if both people kind of know what they're doing. And
Even less than that sometimes. Like, if I had gotten Lady Justice right at the beginning in my first hand, I would have...
He would have shut me down.
By the third turn, it would have been over.
He would have shut me down because that card is great at face-off shutdowns. I just benefited because Twilight didn't boost early. I benefited because Lady Justice just didn't show up. That was just kind of that was just a bad start.
Once, especially with these two decks, once you start with the Inspired, I'll never get Lady Justice, and then it makes the rest of the game really
Inspired
difficult.
is rough. Inspired is very, very rough because of that. So I'll flip those over to your side. There's that. Grab those. Where'd Twi go?
I think I
Put her
maybe on the bottom. I don't know.
maybe. Yeah. She's easy to find. She's the only one that would have her face regardless.